There is a specific type of person who can walk into a completely quiet room and immediately tell you that something is wrong. No one is raising their voice, there is no obvious drama, but their brain has already mapped the exact tension in the space. They catch the avoided eye contact, the slight pause before a forced smile, and the subtle nervous energy in a totally normal sentence. Many observers view this intense observational skill as a profound gift, a marker of high emotional intelligence that allows someone to effortlessly read the room. But internally, that brain has no off switch. While they sit perfectly still, they are running an exhausting hidden marathon. They take every micro-interaction home, pick it apart, and replay it in their head, until a single silence turns into an entire universe of thoughts. This constant state of observation functions as a debilitating psychological trap, consuming emotional energy until there is nothing left for the person experiencing it. To understand why this happens, empirical psychology points to two distinct starting lines. For some, this sensitivity is biological. They are born as highly sensitive persons, equipped with a nervous system that automatically filters the world in extremely high resolution. For others, this vigilance is an inheritance of survival. Imagine a child growing up in an emotionally volatile house, where the mood swings like the weather. To survive, that child learns to become a human radar station. They memorize the exact sound of car tires pulling into the driveway, or the precise force of a cabinet closing, to predict an emotional disaster before it happens. This diagram illustrates exactly what happens inside that child's head. A perfectly normal sound travels straight to the amygdala, the brain's threat detection center. The amygdala learns that the environment is unsafe and permanently wires the nervous system to stay constantly activated, always scanning for danger. As adults, these individuals often blame themselves for overthinking, but their intense observation is a survival shield, an intelligence shaped by a volatile past that has completely fused with their identity. This constant analysis mode is driven by the default mode network, the brain system responsible for self-referential thinking. In this flowchart, you can see how an overactive default mode network processes a simple Slack message from a boss. Reading, "Come see me for a minute." Instead of a simple meeting, the brain instantly runs a dozen overlapping equations. Is there a hidden coldness? Did I make a mistake? What did the 3-second pause yesterday mean? This internal processing extends inward through metacognition, the ability to think about your own thinking. A hyper-aware person cannot simply experience an emotion. An emotion appears, and a secondary part of their brain immediately steps back to monitor, analyze, and judge that exact feeling. Even moments of genuine joy fall into this trap. They might laugh at a joke during a dinner party, and a split second later, a mental camera floating near the ceiling evaluates whether that laugh sounded slightly fake or too loud. The natural flow of life disappears. Running this relentless internal camera all day long leaves them entirely depleted. They sit down for a normal conversation, already exhausted from the weight of their own self-surveillance. That exhaustion bleeds deeply into their relationships. Deep observation activates a cognitive mechanism called theory of mind, which is how we infer other people's true intentions. Because they constantly see the backstage of human behavior, they lose their relational innocence. A simple compliment from a coworker is automatically scanned for a hidden agenda. This vigilance hijacks their empathy. When they walk into a tense room, extremely active mirror neurons in their brain fire off. These neurons process emotional empathy, forcing the overly aware person to experience the pain and irritation of others as if it belonged to them. The cognitive understanding shifts into physical absorption. They take on the heavy anxiety of a stranger tapping their foot on the bus, or the grief of a friend's divorce, pulling that weight directly into their own chest for days. They know exactly how to soften their voice and calm the room, inadvertently becoming the ultimate emotional regulator for everyone around them. They take on everyone else's emotional waste, leaving them profoundly lonely, even in a crowded room. All of that suppressed emotional data eventually moves directly into the body, This diagram illustrates interoception, the brain's ability to sense internal bodily states. Here, a person drinks a shot of espresso, causing a completely normal, minor physiological spike in their heart rate. But their highly sensitive interoceptive network flags this standard physical sensation as a massive threat. The brain misinterprets a simple caffeine buzz as the immediate onset of a life-threatening panic attack. To match the false alarm, the body activates its defensive systems. Cortisol floods the system, causing even stronger physical reactions, which the brain again reads as further proof of danger, locking them into a brutal, continuous loop of physical anxiety. Overwhelmed by false physical alarms, the mind attempts to restore order through one final defense mechanism: analysis paralysis. They endlessly simulate thousands of distinct, catastrophic worst-case scenarios, believing that if they can predict the exact angle of future disappointment, they won't fall apart when it arrives. By trading life as a high-risk project to be managed, they trade their actual life for the illusion of safety. They detach completely from the beauty and uncertainty of the present moment. You cannot simply turn off hyper-awareness. Asking someone to stop noticing the world is like asking someone with perfect vision to voluntarily see everything is blurry. The psychological solution relies on setting firm emotional boundaries, not enforcing blindness. The first practical step is refusing to personalize external actions. If a coworker walks past without making eye contact, they learn to attribute that behavior to a mundane reality, like a headache or exhaustion, instead of a secret plot against them. The second protocol is observing sensations without rushing to act on them. When a sudden physical spike of anxiety hits, they step back, label it simply as a fast heartbeat, and let the bodily sensation pass without trying to solve it. The third is relinquishing the role of the universal therapist. They recognize that noticing a flaw in a friend or instability in a relationship does not obligate them to step in and fix it. This intense clarity of mind is only a true gift when you learn exactly what belongs to you to handle and what you must leave alone for the rest of the world to carry. When the burden of prediction is dropped, hyper-awareness matures from a state of constant fear and defense into a state of deep, genuine curiosity. The outside world remains contradictory and complicated, but their life becomes lighter. They simply choose to stop carrying every complex emotional equation of the people around them on their own shoulders. The unblinking ceiling light inside their mind never turns off, but the intensity shifts. They dial it down from a sharp analytical laser beam that ruthlessly exposes every flaw into the warm, gentle glow of a candle. This intense observation becomes a form of wisdom, one that understands human fragility without being imprisoned by it.